Hi everyone, and welcome back to my platform. I hope you're doing well in the month of March of 2025, and we have the solar eclipse today. Okay, it's March 28th, so lots of purging, cleansing, purification, of course, happening, transformational work, right? Very important to implement, and the compassionate formula, right? The HYEROS GAMOS technology, right? Karaya Sata Allah, the crystal ages, right? Energetic synthesis, right? Everything is on essential glossary or energetic synthesis, litharine material, okay? Because we are in a spiritual warfare and things are being amplified. I mean, the good things, but also the very kind of dangerous things. And because of the disclosure is all unraveling, right? In a just a very also, I would say, intense way. So we need to be ready and prepared. Those are the star seeds, the forerunners, you know, with our projects or, you know, like with our energies, right? With our platform, because you know, this is all coming, all these revelations, right? And this the truth, you know, the truth is coming, you know, and it's all about now frequency vibration. And I'm here helping my soul group who ended up in those dark projects, right? The secrets, all this military covered operation, all the secret space program, right? Who joined MC, the Marine Corps under MIC, under DARPA, who already been either hybridized or of that Nazi kind of lineage, right? Who are part of that Illuminati club, and so on, helping them with regeneration or rehabilitation of their DNA, of their hologram, of their consciousness. You know, because they experience SRA, satanic ritual abuses, the bioweapons, right? That's the chimera SARS. Okay, so this whole thing here, they experience this, right? So we have to heal ourselves from all that. Okay, and you know, and today I will show you what you know, just kind of therapy, I mean, just what I'm using, because my tissue, you know, I can see how it's been damaged, desecrated, inflammation. Also, I'm healing myself from that fake fog in that was in Florida, Texas, and so on, with the patented bacteria. It's called SERRATIA MERCESCENS, so documents, guys, all these, I mean, proof, I mean, it's just what's the word for it? The evidence is everywhere. The evidence is everywhere, and so many the true scientists and so on, you know, that just they start understanding. If you're with the truth, you align with the truth, you align with the one. More information is coming online, right, from the astral plane and so on. And so many even people understanding that it's not here on this planet, it's all happening galactically. And you know, we've been here in the prison planet, all these frequency fences and satellites, extremely highly advanced technology the elite is using, because they are working with those negative aliens with their extremely highly advanced technology to damage the human DNA, to damage you know, the angelic divine luminous rays, or to wipe them out, right? And so they can terraform the earth, and then they are using just those slaves, human slaves, as batteries, so they can propagate their agenda, which is all psyops, all the whole man in black, all these proxy wars with proxy Israel. But you know, enough is enough, right? We have the divine intervention, we have the guardians here, the guardianship, also the galactic military here coming online right here, right now. So, and it's all done telepathically, right? So that's why raising our frequency vibration, that's extremely important. That's our responsibility. And I have the 12D Ascension protocol from the Guardians on my website, yanakallai.com. And of course, I have the project for DARPA on Yana Kallai. You can see that. And of course, I have there's this contract, right? Rehabilitation project for DARPA, for veterans, super soldiers, for the Marines, for Cabal, for my soul trap, my soul group. And it's under Galactic Codex by the Ashtar Galactic Command and the New Earth jurisdiction, right? And that's the HYEROS GAMOS, that's the inner balance to sacred marriage and self-mastery. So path to self-mastery, right, is very hard and steep, but we came here to, again, realize ourselves to be who we truly are, because the 10D hologram of the Dracos running reversals, right, is showing us who we are not. You know, those guys are hooked to AI, or they have all kinds of addiction, AI of the cloud, right, of the super quantum computers, of the negative, of the dark fleet, of those negative aliens, right? And then they're injected with all these horrible bioweapons, right? And they're walking AI on the battlefield. They're being desecrated, they're being raped, they're being tortured, they're being abused, right? And of course, in a way that you can see them, that they're responsible. I mean, they're doing all these horrible activities, but even their machine gun is run via AI. And the the negative aliens, they can just push their buttons, right, on their super quantum computers, and they pretty much take over the entire wars. And those guys, they're just automatons there with direct programming, just totally brainwashed. Okay, so this here, what we are, and you can see the footages of Julian Assange. And I understand this is a very sensitive topic, but again, understand, I was supposed to be part of the elite. I am of the bloodline, right? I mean, I didn't practice it as a child. Here, coming to United States, I experienced all kinds of horrible things, mostly on the astral plane, right? I know how it is to become a Marine, what they do. You look like them. They all look like cookie cutters. They go through actually astral surgery. I know who is doing that, so we reported everything to the Crystal Star family, to Andromeda, so to the Guardians, right? So everything's pretty much arrested. Those dark ones are ejected, and those in a human form, elite, right, also the super soldier projects and so on, those who are they're choosing rehabilitation in the physical form, we have a project for them. At least for partial ascension, because this is how the damage of their DNA is huge. I mean, and I've been experiencing here, they hybridize us, and then we're like the extension of those negative aliens, and we are programmed to wreak havoc, to execute the Nazism 4.0 with the Armageddon software, pestilence programming, right? This serving the nation of the serpent, the Babylon Empire, okay? And just being just totally disconnected from God, from source, right? And just they're turning us into digital avatars, right? So somebody has to come from that soul lineage and from that bloodline, right? And from extremely high dimensions, volunteer here to end the cycle. And voila, here, right? I'm still here in the physical plane. I'm also working like physically here, part-time job, but telepathically, right? I'm working multidimensionally. We're multidimensional beings, okay? And we are here to fulfill the divine plan on earth. And I have assignment from Andromeda, right? When I was driving from Sedona, from Phoenix to Sedona, that was the end of 2015, of the year 2015. I was shown like the entire the hologram of the Marine Corps being transmuted, right? I saw the aurora colors, right, pastel colors, and so on. So here we're building the new platform for the New Earth Marines, right, under the Ashtar Galactic Command, having contract and agreement with DARPA for the rehabilitation of their DNA and so on, and for deprogramming, and healing, the yoga and Ayurveda, through bioregenesis. Of course, there are med beds, everything is pretty much out there, we have the technology, but make sure it comes to hands to those who are here for ascension, for the highest the highest good of all, right? And who are following the law of one is very important, okay? So, so here, the Semper Fidelis Spiritus Sanctus, CHRISTOS, SOPHIA, Maria Magdalena, Fatima, Aurora, Andromeda, Pallas, Athena, because everything's going to divine justice, and it is what it is. And I know I've been fighting like with the elite, right, telepathically and so on, and with my soulmates, with my soul group, very difficult, right, just to kind of get in touch, and especially the ones that, is in a Zeta direct body. We have also children. I have a Zeta children, I have a humanoid, and I'm hybrid as well. I have a contract and agreement, not only with the Rishi, but also with the Zetas, right? And now also the contract here with the DARPA, the whole echelon, the black dragon moth, right? I mean, those are the hybrid Anunnaki, kind of reptilianized. So some of the Nazi Pleiadian, they've been reptilianized, and they've been totally put into the false Merkaba field, right? The fallen tree of life, the Kabbalah, the Sephirot running reversals, right? Of this Satanism, Luciferianism. So all these children born in those families, they're experiencing SRA, satanic ritual abuse, abuse, and this is called the death culture, right? So these children are being horribly treated. They're also put on drugs, and that's how they create psychopaths and serial killers, right? And some of these children, they're coming from Jewish family, right? I talk about those children in World War II. They saw their parents being killed, and then they were taken to Moon Mars, right, by the elite, by the controlling group, right, the Black Sun operations or Belial Sun and so on. And they were hybridized, right? They have a DNA, there's the Enki DNA overlays, and they've been groomed and they've been weaponized. They experience horrible damage, right, to their mind, to their aura, right? And you know, that's why they're pretty much doing what was done to them. Everything's reflection, right? So we need to also understand, you know, the law of cause and effect, and how everything is a mirror, right, of consciousness. And when we read energy, this is what I noticed. Some of my soul group, they just hooked to that black cube programming, very toxic, and they were possessed by all kinds of entities, lots of kind of black magic. They're turning them into black magicians, and they're supposed to be spiritual warriors or Rosicrucians. They're supposed to be the defenders of truth and divine justice. And they are turned into terrorists and into bandits, right? Into evildoers, okay? Via EMF and all these impulses from satellites and, you know, the super quantum computers of those negative aliens. They're walking AI on a battlefield, and even like I said, the gun even has AI. It can overtake their consciousness, right? And then people, of course, they see it physically. All these things are happening. They want a physical evidence, but you know, we're energy, and I understand the energy, and I know what is being done to them, because they were trying to do it to me. It's horrible pain, excruciating pain. It's a spiritual torture. It's a spiritual terrorism, right? And we need to turn it into enlightenment. We need to heal ourselves from all that, okay? And here the star seeds, those who experience the military abductions and satanic ritual abuses, especially on the astral plane, we also have to end all that, also end the abduction agreements, very important. And we have to free ourselves, you know, from free ourselves from these astral slavery, and heal from the violation of our soul, right, from those negative aliens, from that alien abduction. We have to heal ourselves from the ritual abuse, and from soul body siphoning, and from all these cloning replicant bodies, okay? And because they were using us as batteries, okay? They're using the starseeds, highly deviant souls in the military, for all these proxy wars with pro-Israelis, and they're just abusing them, using them. They're siphoning energy from them, reversing their kundalini spin, you know, damaging, you know, their chakras, you know, their energy field, damaging their meridians, their mind, body, emotional body. And those negative aliens, they're feeding off their soul, you know. So I know it looks like it's science fiction. It's not science fiction. It's totally real. And it's just the, you know, understanding energies, my experiences, and then reading the newsletters from Lisa Renee. It's right there. Everything is right there, right on. So, and you know, that's kind of my testimony. This is my disclosure. Okay, so let me show you guys what I've been using. For my skin infection. So let me see. Pretty much, well, the castor oil, right, with the baking soda. So I just put just kind of small amount of baking soda, and then I just kind of pour a little bit of that castor oil, okay, and it's create kind of paste. And then you know, I just put it on that infected skin, okay, and just kind of leave it there for a little bit, and then just kind of it seeps through, kind of it penetrates, and it does help, you know, with that infection, you know, with the contamination, with the infection contamination, because we have to heal, yeah, from all these inflammation. And also I have a brain and spinal cord inflammation, and also experiencing fever, right, chills and so on, shortened breath, chest pain, and vomiting. So that's, some of them can be also ascension symptoms, because we are recalibrating, rewiring. but you know, it can be extremely painful, and because there are still kind of yeah, there are dangerous chemicals out there. Okay, and so here are the symptoms, right? All these allergies, flu symptoms, they are poisoning us by this bacteria, Serratia mercedes. And you know, it's patented bacteria is being weaponized to override our natural biological system. Okay, so and but again, I'm showing you what I've been using. Also, I've been using ginkgo. Okay, so that's just there tells you 30 drops in water or in juice. Okay, 1 or 3 times daily or needed. Okay, then on my also infected skin or nails, I've been using the tea tree oil. You know, so these things, like, you have to implement it slowly and surely. It takes time and so on, but I know we're doing it organically, right? I understand there are already med beds and creating the total plasma field, but remember, if you activate your DNA, your chakras, your energy field, your meridians, because next week I'm going to get my acupuncture again, you can slowly and surely, with these cosmic energies, you create your own plasma energy field, crystal architecture, right? This is all within our universal library of our DNA. This how, you know, humanity, angelic, divine, luminous beings were designed. And I work with the platinum light, the plasma light body, the 12D shield, right? So just kind of visualization, right? With the crystal ages and with the sleepy geometry, you can visualize yourself being surrounded by all that. And it's very important, the 12D, because the negative aliens, they have AI that is 10D, 11D, but running reversals. It can cycle energy from your solar logos. That's your 10 dimension, 11 dimension, right? That's your Christ mind, Buddha mind, and so the star seeds, right? We really have to protect ourselves, and it's very serious, and holding on to that sort of truth, right? And surrounding ourselves with the that's the golden liquid light, right? And here, Solar Christ, Archangel Michael, you can always ask for help, okay, for protection and guarding you, guarding yourself. So this is the energy I've been working on. And of course, you know, I have the Crystal Ages Diamond Breastplate example, Karaya Sata'ala, right? You can Google all that, energetic synthesis, and start chanting Ka, Ra, Ya, Sa, Ta, A, La. And so these are these beautiful gemstones here over your chest. It goes from left to right. There are also meditation. You can Google that on energetic synthesis, and start really empowering your energy shield, your aura, right? With the platinum light, with crystalline heart, okay? To really, will help you heal, to protect yourself. You know, psychic self-defense is very important because of this electronic harassment, microwaves, 5G, 6G, 7G, and so on, right? So, and you know, all this pollution, inflammation, and so on, your entire body, right? You can imagine your tissues, I mean your organs, right? Your all body parts, right? Being healed and restored to its original divine blueprint, right? So we have to first do our best, whatever we can, right? Organically, naturally here. I'm just showing you how, right? So of course, through HIEROS GAMOS, right? You know, soul union and HIEROS GAMOS, okay? So this is a beautiful, the emerald heart and rose connection here on energetic synthesis, right? So it's the union within our heart, within our soul, within our oversoul. And of course, you know, we are also reconnecting with our true avatar self, right? The twin flame, you know, that's your genetic equal. So these energies are available. They've been available, but for me, I have very, I would say, serious, interesting case, right? Those black ops, and we're training dark art training. So that was not easy. And we are here. That's the white diamond sun shield. You can also envision that. Okay, and because we are crystalline beings, working with crystal is very important. And this is the God world vehicle. I mean, this can be maybe too much, but working with the Ankh, right, the eternal life force, you can see it, that is implemented within your chest, right? and just kind of healing yourself from all this inflammation, you know, of these bioweapons, right? Those patented viruses or bacteria that's been, you know, here done by design to pretty much desecrate us, to kill us, right? To destroy the angelic divine luminous rays, so by those negative aliens. And so what else? I've been taking the olive leaf here, okay, for immunity. And of course the iodine, liquid iodine plus. I've been using that as well. Okay. And on my skin, there's another thing, the magnesium oil spray. It's kind of, you have to kind of work with it, maybe moderately, maybe not like that too much, or not that too much often. It's very healing, but also can be oily, and you know, it creates this kind of saltiness. But you know, the magnesium is so important for us, just to calming us down. And you know, it's antiviral, of course, antibacterial, right? How to raise our frequency vibration, and how to also boost our immune system, not only on that physical plane but energy plane as well, guys. Okay, very important. And for my teeth, I mean, I had that for, I guess, maybe for a year, half a year. I still have most of it is from actually Permolite. That's a pure O3 tooth cleaning powder with peppermint, and it's ozonated, so ozone therapy, okay, is also very much recommended. So, and I've been actually experiencing just beautiful songs from Anuhasi, and there's this sacred vow, okay, that I can read to you right now, because we've been healing, we've been doing the invocation for sacred sexual embodiment, right, last time. So today this is actually in that Anuhasi language, light language, and there is an interpretation, so I can just kind of read that. And it's just important in these very difficult and testing times to really connect with God, you know, and from within, because we're talking about ascension, ascension, plan B, right? Connecting to that divine spark within the sacred chamber of the heart, and you know, the kingdom of heaven is within, right? I mean, the DNA, right? The DNA, connecting to our DNA, resurrecting to our DNA, to that silicate matrix. That's the way to go, to heal, to ascend, to transcend, to exit the matrix. So here we go. I choose, in my God, I choose freedom to awaken to and embrace the divine spark that lives within me, to desire only as God desires, to rely upon and trust completely the divine eternal presence and wisdom of God within and without. My relationship with God comes first. So for me, that's just perfect example, because if my soul group is in the dark side, is on the dark side, and part of that bloodline, right? They're being groomed by those negative aliens, and they're the elite, the controlling group, the Black Sun operatives, or the Belial Sun operatives, right? So for me, in order to help my soul group and you know, heal myself from that cursed bloodline, right? God first, no matter whether you're in a relationship, at work, you know, whether you're on a mission, right? You know, that's God first. If you see my cosmic leadership, okay, there's this invocation here, you know, it's the channeling from Alice Bailey, right? Very important, from that I Am Presence avatar movement, okay, that was in the last century, or yeah, something like last century, 20th century. So how important to make this invocation, right, that to fulfill the divine plan on earth and to connect to God, to source. So God first. And hence all things divinely inspired become possible through the love, wisdom, power, and eternal unity of God. All things emerge from God, all things return to God. And in this knowing, I make my sacred passage. It's a journey of eternal peace. Through offering my single-sided focus And my pure and only great desire is to know God. So know God, and then to become the way share of God. We have to walk our talk, right? We have to be then we have to be the change we want to see in the world. We have to embody the God's divine presence and share it with others. As being an eternal atonement with God, okay, all other desires, ideas, intentions align in harmony with divine right order, divine right timing, and divine right balance. Through the power and humility of this great one desire to serve God, to love God with all our heart, mind, and soul, right? Have devotion, dedication to divine, the bhakti yoga, and so on, and purifying the mind, the Raja yoga, right? You know, using actually the mind, the power of the mind, the true mind, to for the benefit of all. Okay, to return to be to desire in God's love and grace. This God's eternal and infinite love and grace. This is my sacred vow. It is now brought forth and accomplished. So you guys, I hope you were inspired and empowered today. So well, remember, all is well. I mean, of course, everything's in divine order, even though it may feel there's lots of chaos. I mean, and the JFK files are happening, right? And I know that, let me see, the JFK, let me see, there was the Prime, farsightprime.com. They had 2 remote viewers on that, right? And so maybe you can check it out, see what you think, because all the evidence and all the, oh, I forgot about zinc. Zinc is very, very important for your tissues and for your cell restoration. And taking zinc, I've been taking zinc, and of course superfood or fasting and so on. But remember that yeah, it's the autoimmune disease. Yeah, that's what it is. Vitamin D, right? Zinc, very important, and the magnesium, of course, talk about that, and also K plus. Let me see, and yeah, you can you know, you just kind of, in a way, you have to play with it, because everybody's got their own disclosure. We're doing galactic here, we're the starseed disclosure, we're the starseeds here, we're the ground crew, right? Helping with the planetary ascension. We're here on a mission, right, to fulfill the divine plan on earth, and we're under the law of one. We are the cosmic sovereign law made manifest. We are the Emerald Order Covenant here. So many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.